Alright, you give me a beat.
Oh man, you know I can't beatbox that good.
Oh, come on, man, give me something. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that. Yo, here he comes. Spitting straight like dynamite. Messing with the white kid, you know he can't beatbox right. I be the endless MC that's never saw. Nah, shit, man, I lost you.
Ah man, it's cool. Alright, you'll get it. Drop a beat for me.
Hip-hop is almost 30 years old. The art form is as American as baseball, jazz, apple pie flavor, now, later, and your mama jokes.
From its humble beginnings in the South Bronx, hip-hop has conquered the airwaves in North America and has now spanned the globe to become the primary pop cultural force in the world.
With this status firmly implanted, hip-hop has taken multiple hits in the media for its lyrical content. Through its criticism in the present day, its elements, history, and culture, which has helped the way we view the world today, has been forgotten.
Hip-hop, and a brisolated history.
By Kevin Willis and Jason Carter.
Oh yes, two young American boys sitting on a stoop in Brooklyn writing rap tunes. Today, this is the typical scene that can be seen in most major cities and suburbs.
It wasn't always that way. It used to be that you'd find American kids in their parents' garage playing the guitar trying to be the next Ramones, R.E.M. or Nirvana.
To understand the implications of hip-hop, the culture, the slang, and the history, y'all gonna need someone to guide y'all through it.
And that's where we come in. I'm MC Ebony Equal, and this is my partner.
MC Guido. Woo! Yeah.
Anyways, we're here to kick some knowledge for y'all. Chapter 1, the birth of a new cool. In the beginning of time, God, also known as DJ Kool Herc, created hip-hop in the South Bronx.
Now, Kool Herc was an expatriate from Kingston, Jamaica.
I created this shit.
Herc brought his turntables and sound equipment and settled here in New York City in the good old US of A.
Man, I've been doing this for so long and I'm still broke. Don't even have enough cheddar to smoke my blunt.
Herc brought his turntables and sound equipment out into the streets and would steal electricity from city street lamps. Oh yes, thus the first piece of the hip-hop puzzle was found. Chapter 2, hip-hop takes over the world. Ding! The late 1980s were the golden years of rap.
MTV discovered that there were other black people doing music besides Michael Jackson.
Imagine that.
They started proudly broadcasting Yo MTV Raps.
Through this exposure, more artists began to pierce the public eye.
Public Enemy, Cool Mo D, EPMD, Biz Markie, anything ending in E.
As the late 1990s emerged, so did hip-hop, spanning across the continental United States. Hip-hop was born in the East Coast, but it definitely went through its rebellious adolescent phase over the sunny West Coast. Straight out of Compton, Linwood, Inglewood, and Watts, the gangster rapper was born. And he was pissed off.
Yo, I smoke these crews with my gap. Y'all know what's up and where it's at. And if a bitch wanna act up, she gon' get smacked. If I have to pull up my gun, I'm gonna clack. Say I see a thing, I'ma hump that kid, and then the kid be like,
Next share records, y'all.
Yes, the gangster rap genre stirred up quite a bit of controversy in both the mainstream press and talk shows.
10 years earlier, rap music was below the radar. Its popularity started to soar in the 1990s. With this shift from party anthems to violent narratives, another phenomenon occurred. White kids. And being the #1 purchasers of rap records.
Oh shit, the new Psycho Negro record, Kill Whitey till it's stone cold dead. Ooh, mama go like this. Oh, somebody.
Naturally, this phenomenon scared white folks. Religious figures and politicians alike started to denounce rap records as a violent and decadent art form that would ruin the morality of our youth today.
Chapter 3, the gender gap. From its inception, hip-hop has been predominantly created for and marketed to teenage males.
There has been countless critiques published about its ultra-masculine, misogynistic lyrical content. Extremely valuable.
It got to the point where objectifying women became almost an art form.
Some might say modern art.
Ass, titties, ass, in titties.
Big booty bitches need so feminine. The big booty bitches need so feminine.
Female MCs have been around just as long as male MCs, but they've only received a quarter of the spotlight.
Female artists started getting their just dues when artists such as J.J. Fat, The Real Roxanne, MC like Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper hit the charts. With the response to its degradation of femininity, women have taken the term biatch and turned it into something positive.
Back in the day, female MCs rarely released adult-oriented singles. Not anymore. Now the female MC is as nasty as she wants to be.
Chapter 4, the day hip-hop almost died. All right, stop. Just stop. Chapter 5, the war on hip-hop.
Good evening, I'm Ben O'Malley, and welcome to Hot Talk. Tonight, I take rap's negative message to task as I go mano-a-mano with rapper and producer Reggie Simpson. Mr. Simpson, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. O'Malley, I can hear you loud and clear. And I've heard your misguided opinions about rap records, and I think you're wrong and, ugh.
Well, how am I wrong? Isn't it true that rap music is nothing but a paragon of all evil?
Now, there is nothing new about your assessment. Now, if you would let me finish.
Fine.
Thank you. Now, the arguments that you make about rap records having a negative impact on society is tired and off key. Now, it is true that some of the lyrics and sexualized content do depict some of what you're saying.
So you admit that their rap is nothing but a cesspool of misogyny and violence that preys upon our children's eyes, ears, and souls.
Now, the thing that you right-wing talking wingbags overlook is that the violence and sexualized content that you constantly harangue about only makes up a small percentage of rap music. Now, my artists do use exaggeration of their sexual prowess, guns, as a vehicle. Now, majority of rap artists have never shot a gun, been pimps, or anything of the sort.
Well, I still think it's garbage and it sends the wrong message to our children.
Well, that's the problem. We don't give our teens and our young adults the credit that they deserve.
I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree. I think rap music negatively influences children. Thank you for being here, Mr. Simpson.
Well, thank you for having me.
So, to sum up tonight's debate, rap music is nothing but an evil art form that teaches our children it's okay to shoot guns, do drugs, and slap women around.
Hey man, what the? Chapter 6, the future of hip-hop.
So where is the mothership going?
Who's gonna carry the load?
Be the next Tupac,
B.I.G.
Biz Markie,
Run DMC.
hey, maybe me.
Never. Not likely.
Where do you think hip-hop will be 100 years from now?
You know what I think?
What's that?
I think hip-hop will be right where it was in the past. 2 kids sitting on a stoop, writing rap tunes.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I'm feeling that, yeah.
Oh man, I love this shit. Let's keep this shit going forever.
Oh man, hey, you know it.